us here tonight, so I thought I'd filth the show up just a little bit.
You're doing a pretty good job.
Thank you.
It's early, too.
Megan, what do you think it's about?
I don't know. I was wondering if it could be a hormonal thing or...
It could be.
Could be.
Absolutely. That's certainly something worth looking into. Do you have any medical problems you're aware of?
Not that I know of.
Do you have normal periods?
Mm-hmm.
Ever had a thyroid problem?
No.
Have you ever had sex with a guy where that you enjoyed?
No.
How old were you when you first started having sex?
13.
Okay. Here we go. Want to bet?
Do you want to gamble?
Sure.
Okay, hold on, Megan.
I don't have any dollars, though.
You don't?
Use
Drew,
the
would you?
Use the chips.
The chips aren't working out because they're not quite tangible enough. I mean, people don't equate that little blue chip with a dollar. Do you guys have any money?
I have $1.
You're not betting with our money, Adam.
Oh, no, you'll bet with your money.
Oh, okay.
All right, get your money out, cheapos. Jesus Christ, I plugged the record. I plugged the tour dates, and I can't bet with $1, Jeff's money. Do you believe that attitude?
You're going to give me $1, too.
All right, hold on. Where's my wallet?
That's $1.
All I've got's a 20.
Libido Speedway is the name of the latest CD. I urge all you
I'll
kids to
gamble
go
with
out and get
the
it. Yeah, that's right. All right, there's my buck. Drew, do you need a buck for me?
Yes, thank you.
I'm in.
All right.
I'm in $1. Where are the cards?
Wally, got anything?
He's got $1. Boy, these guys throw dimes around like sewer covers.
And there you go.
Yeah, feel free to use it.
It's like a Raymond Chandler novel is being written here.
Okay. What
All
happened
right.
at 13?
I'll get change for my 20 at some point.
All right. So, Jeff, you don't have $1, but you're good for it.
Yeah.
He's light. The pot's
Okay.
light.
Sure.
Okay, there's $4 in the pot. Now, here's what we're gambling on. Megan is 23. Megan has had a boyfriend for 5 years. Megan has consistent sex with him, yet never enjoys it, has never enjoyed sex, and became sexually active at 13. Now, Drew thinks that's a little bit young, don't you, Drew?
Well, especially in the context of what she's talking about here.
Okay, and you think there was probably something traumatic that may have happened to Megan at a younger age than 13 to perhaps turn her off the sex.
Yep.
But the question is, what was it?
Right.
Physical abuse,
Right.
Emotional abuse, alcoholism in the family.
Right.
That's what we're gambling on.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
Do we have to choose a subject?
Yeah, pick something that happened to Megan when she was young. Wally, you want to start?
Father molested.
Well, all right. Straightforward. I enjoy that. Paul?
I'm Irish. I'm going to go with alcohol.
Okay, that's good.
Just keep it in the blood.
Go for what you know. Jeff, what do you think? You can go for a compounder, like alcoholic molestation or something like
Sure,
that.
I'm going to go for the uncle or other family member.
Ah, not the father. Yes, these guys are sharp.
Yeah.
You know how
They've
the
read
game.
the show.
You know how the game is played. I will go with physically, or I should say sexually assaulted by an outside source, perhaps a neighbor or a neighborhood boy, older brother's friend, that kind of thing. Drew? Not much to work with,
Right,
big
I'm going to
fella.
have to go with some real specifics here.
Drew's left with bestiality.
Like a big family, ultimately, young mom, a lot of violence in the home, and then indeed, ultimately, somebody nearby got at her, but didn't actually have intercourse with her, but just was a lot of touching and uncomfortable stuff for her.
All right, because mine's covering touching as well as actual
But
intercourse.
mine has all that other stuff stipulated.
Okay, you have violence in
Big
the family,
family,
big family.
violence in the
Okay, big family meaning husky family
No, large
or a
number-
lot of
number-
people?
lot of people.
Okay, you really have to clarify things because Drew will do anything for a buck. Megan,
Yeah.
well, give us the history of the family, please.
Well, my dad beat up my mom a lot. I always had to jump in to try to protect my mom because my dad wouldn't hurt me as bad as he would hurt my older brother.
Okay,
Because
so
my older brother wasn't his. But
How many siblings do you have?
4.
oh, Jesus Christ, Drew! Hey, did Drew talk to you off the air?
No.
Is this set up?
No.
Did anybody then sort of get at you a little bit?
At the park down the street when I was about 8.
Dr. Drew is right.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Where's the doctor?
He's the doctor.
I know, but he's really not that smart. I swear to God, if you talk to the guy off the air. Who got to you at the park?
I was just playing one day, and there was an old man, and he just, asked me to sit by him. I didn't think anything, I was 8.
Touching you in uncomfortable ways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you see how these sorts
All right,
of...
so wait, let me just recap and stroke Drew at the same time. Drew said large family. Drew said violence in the family. And Drew said ultimately some outside predator, not within the family, but a neighbor or somebody, something nearby, got to her sexually.
And he gets all this from speech patterns. It's like regional lisps and
Right,
that kind of
dialects,
thing, yeah,
yes.
and
Oh, can you believe this
certain
guy?
colloquialisms, and he picks right
Why
up
is the
on
doctor?
it.
This is why I love when people call in and go, are you a real doctor or are you just a love doctor? So, Megan,
Yes.
of course you're not going to enjoy sex because you've had such trauma in your life, right?
Ever?
Most particularly, you're not going to enjoy men. You're going to have a lot of conflicted feelings about men because of what you had to do with your dad. I mean, you experience men as violent and abusive, and then when you get out and you're minding your own business, then they come at you sexually. I mean, how can you enjoy any kind of intimacy with those sorts of images? And that's what's holding you back right now. I mean, and I imagine that typically you'd either choose another abusive or unavailable guy, or a real nice guy whom you would then try to sabotage.
But you've been with this guy for 5 years.
Yes.
Is he an abuser? A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A mild abuser.
So it keeps the same images and the same feelings going.
Right. Have you ever got any therapy, Megan?
No.
That is a must. Hold on. Hey, smart guy, give me one of those back. All right. Megan, here's the deal. You have a choice. You have a ton to get over, but you can get over it. People have gotten over more. You have to get some therapy, and once you sort out these issues of the past, it will free you up for the present and the future. You understand? Until then, you're pretty much on autopilot.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
keep
there's-
making this. You can't externalize those internalized things. They're just fixed.
Right. There's no way you can grow up in Megan's house and then say, okay, I've moved out of the house physically and left it all behind. I'm now moving on to have a fruitful life and relationships and career. It's just, there's no possible way. You have to go back in for a little reprogramming. And it's easily done, though. I mean, it's
Just reconnect some wires, you also.
yeah, I mean, you can't do it.
It's real minor.
Well, if I'd said that, Drew would have the puss on. But well, all of a sudden, we have Oscar Wilder over here when he pipes up. Okay, Drew.
Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde. Sorry, I was thinking of Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
Hey, that would be the world's funniest comedian, though. You take the wit of Oscar Wilde and you mix it with the incredible
Hair.
physical humor and hair of Gene Wilder, and you have this amazing hybrid. All
Trying
right.
to make up for it.
Right, all right, I'm
And the
done.
modern sensibilities.
I'm done. Jenny, you're 20.
Hi. I have a question. I've been in a monogamous relationship for the past 5 to 6 months, and every time that me and my boyfriend have sex, I get these really weird, like tears or scratches
Yeah.
down, like I don't know what you want to call it, but like at the base of.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's
It's
really
called the
sore.
fornix. It's
I'm
the
sorry?
fork. They're the fornix down at the base.
Okay, yeah, that.
And does it last for a long time?
Generally a couple of days.
Do you guys wear a
Like-
condom?
No,
It's
so
unprotected.
it's not any kind of allergic reaction.
Right. Does he have any reactions?
I'm sorry, does he have any what?
Does he get anything?
No, he doesn't get any kind of.
I mean,
or anything.
the one thing you're always concerned with that sort of thing is that it could be herpes, although not likely. I don't want to alarm you about that.
Why is it not likely?
It just, the story's not quite right. I mean, and it is also not uncommon for women to get irritation right there.
She's got the wrong
that's a
regional
place
accent.
That's also a place women can get irritation, but it's typically caused by something like a condom or something is sort of
Right.
re-causing this thing to break down there.
But in
and-
the form of like a tear, would that be herpes or something?
This is
and it, it comes
really
and goes
big.
every time we have sex.
Yeah, I was. I think our minds were all going there.
Okay.
Yeah, Wally has a question about girth.
Is he a large man down there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is he well endowed?
Yes, actually, more so than past relationships.
That may be it.
There you go.
But
He's
since
too
we've been
big. You
together-
got to leave him.
I have that problem. I understand.
Yeah. Boy, do those guys' asses hurt. All right, I think that's a good note to go to a commercial in. Use lubrication, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys do that?
Right. Yeah.
You do that.
Yes.
Then change. Try some. Maybe that's not
Well,
enough. Not the right type. Maybe it's
Try another
more
position. I mean, here's what happens. I think sexually, once the ball gets rolling, so to speak, people lose a lot of the pain sensation that they would normally have in everyday life, and that's why sometimes you'll see people and they'll have I had this friend of mine, a girlfriend, but a friend who was a girl. thing is, she had her right at the small of her back. The thing was, the skin was scraped off. Like actually had part of her spinal cord was hanging out, like a tail. And I said, "Wow, what'd you do? Fall off a moped or something?" No, I was getting it on. I was like, at what point did you not realize you were getting it on an anvil? And she's like, yeah, well, you get into it. And I guarantee that if you would have pinched a girl in the same place, later that day with nothing there, she'd scream and turn around and smack you. But people do that. They get going, and then they pay the price later. That's why they feel sore later. I'm guessing they'd feel the pain then, except for they have so much adrenaline pumping that they don't feel it.
I think I misspoke. I think the region we're talking about is actually called, I think they call it the fourchette, which is French for fork.
Yeah.
I think that's, and the fornix something in the back. There's lots of fork imagery here.
All right, you want to look that up in one of your medical textbooks, Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah, like any of us are going to call you on that.
Well, just trying to be accurate.
I'm going to pull down the big vagina schematic and bust Drew's balls on the air. All right, we'll be back with more Orbit, more Drew and his fork after this.
Hi, this is Kristen Johnston, Third Rock from the Sun, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
All right. Dr. Drew's on the Drew hotline back there, but he held his hand up, indicating that he wants me to punch up line 5. Drew, why don't you just stay in there? You can look at the computer and you can just hold up fingers for which line you want me to punch up. And if you have something good to say, you can write it down and slip it under the door, and then I'll just go ahead and read it over the air.
What do we do with that, Dr. Drew? We won't know the right answer.
We relax and enjoy.
We bring out
Can you lead us?
charge.
I'll lead you.
Can you lead us, Adam?
I'll be like Moses' cousin. Moses is on the phone in the other room. Don't worry. I'll go find a burning bush. Hey, I think he's making his way back. Can you believe we get paid the same amount? Does that seem ludicrous to you guys? Seriously.
Well, he does look very good. He always dresses very nice. Not that you don't dress very nice.
Yeah, look at me. Oh, hold on.
He's naked.
What you guys don't
I mean, for all your listeners at home, Adam is wearing a USC Trojans T-shirt, with purple plaid pants.
It looks like he was on a paint
all over
job.
him, yeah.
Paint on him, white socks,
And the
a Bakersfield biscuit hat.
and the Tijuana loafer that you can get at almost any Lucky or Safeway store for. It's usually in a bin. I like to buy shoes out of the bin. Screw this hoity-toity box stuff.
Forget about tennis clothes.
Those tongs.
What you guys probably can't appreciate is that he's wearing the same getup for 4 days.
Hey,
I can smell that underwear.
it's my Lucky Radio outfit.
There you go. I had one.
All right. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. That is Orbit you're hearing in the background. And, well, we're going here, Drew?
Yeah, since I'm in here.
Okay. Raphael.
Oh, hey, Adam.
Hey, you're 14. You're in love.
Hey, how are you guys doing? I really like your show a lot.
Thank you.
Almost every night.
Thank you.
All right, and first, before I ask my question, I was wondering, could you guys get Metallica on? Because they're really awesome.
All right. Yeah, we'll have him on tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I'm serious. I think they'd be really cool.
We had somebody from Metallica, didn't we? And? No?
Don't we have one of the roadies from Metallica in here?
They don't know about sex.
Megadeth, that's right, with Megadeth.
Oh, had Megadeth in? I wasn't here.
No.
It's not the same
Really?
thing.
I was
They're very different.
I was
Different band.
best friends with the drummer from Megadeth, Nick Menza.
He wasn't up here.
He wasn't here?
It
The
was
drummer
Dave,
wasn't here?
Dave Mustaine.
Oh.
Well, Metallica are all virgins, so I don't think they'd be good on this.
Yeah, what do they know about sex? They're in a rock band. Come on.
Like there's a correlation.
Right. All right, we'll see what we can do about getting Metallica on the show.
All right, thanks.
Your question.
Now, this is the thing. I was thinking about the question while I was on hold. I was wondering, could I change it maybe? Because I think there's something that might be like,
Sorry, we've already formed our answers, Raphael. The guys working the teleprompter's already loaded them into the computer. There's no way we can finish.
What was your
Come on, you're
first
messing up the show, man.
Worked up another good butt lantern joke for me.
What was your,
beat
what
that
was your
one.
first question?
Ask whatever you want.
Yeah. First
let
one.
me ask my second question because I think it's kind of important.
All right.
All right, I'm 14, right? And my family, I wasn't really abused or anything. You know, my parents got divorced when I was small. I've been told that my real father, was abusive to my mom, and I've also been told. I think I liked him. I was only a few years old, but I was told that he hit me a lot. And right now, I don't get along with my stepfather too well. You know, it's been better lately. And just the genes in my family aren't really too great. Because of my father, and then my mother. You know, I have an uncle who's rebellious, and right now he's just like a street musician. And and my other uncle, he does cigarettes. He did cigarettes for a long time. Now he's on all these medicines.
All right, what's your question then?
All right, I was wondering. I've been talking to girls a lot lately, and I was wondering if there's a chance that by doing this, and if something bad happens, that could screw it up for a while. Something that would take a long time to recover.
You mean
from.
if you were rejected in some way?
What was your first question, Raphael? No,
We don't understand.
what? You're talking to girls and you're scared they may find out about your past,
No,
your family's past.
I just think that I from the pattern of people that call your show, I think that if I get rejected or something, would that really make me feel bad and very depressed, or do you think that I think I do pretty well with girls.
So you're saying based on your family's history?
Right, exactly. And I think do you think that it would strengthen my ability to deal with girls and be social?
Yeah, I think
in the future.
Yes,
by doing that?
I think put yourself out there.
Yeah, control your own destiny, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, break the mold.
Yeah, I mean, look at Drew's family. They were. What was your dad, Drew? What did he do?
A street musician.
No, seriously, what did he do?
Physician.
Physician?
Yeah.
See?
Okay, that was a really
See?
bad point.
I also
then.
think he's very mature for 14 to realize that, and that's great.
Yeah, you're aware of it.
You're very aware of that. When I was
Right.
14, I wouldn't be aware of that, and that's great that you're already noticing that and moving on.
I mean, I do social things, like I play guitar and I'm in a band and everything.
That's not social.
Hey, do you have a guitar with you, Raphael?
Actually, I'm at my friend Aaron's house right now.
Is there any
He has a
Metallica?
guitar, but it's like his mom's old.
Oh, screw that, Mom.
What was
Give us
your-
a little.
I'm here with some friends, and it's like I was about to bring guitar, but it's kind of raining in Washington D.C.
What was your first question, Raphael? What was your first question?
Well, wait a minute. Well, what are we
I-
giving
I-
him? We're dedicating the show to him?
I don't want to. I'm trying to get away from the guitar playing. You're going to keep going that.
I
way.
want to hear a Metallica riff.
Exit.
Yeah, exit. Do the one where they tell the teenagers to kill themselves. Do you have a Metallica? Can you do a Metallica riff for us, Raphael?
Can you hum it?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. I have a Metallica CD here.
Oh, that's okay.
No, it's not the same.
What was your first question?
No, Drew, he asked this question. We're 5 minutes into the call.
All right,
Let's go.
Let's get on.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow.
Take care, man. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Rock on.
No,
We told him to keep putting himself out there. He's wondering if he's going to hurt himself by doing that. I don't think so.
No, your parents don't damn you. They just sort of show you the way to hell. They don't actually drive you there. I mean, I come from a big, long line of losers. They're good people.
Really?
But
What is
they're-
in the gym?
And your point is?
And they don't dress well either. Can you imagine
Wait a
that?
minute.
No, what I'm saying is I was able to overcome some of these shortcomings that my family had by just observing them and saying, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that way. And consequently, I've now formed my own shortcomings to pass on to my kid. one
Oh
day.
yeah, you sure will.
Oh, yes, Drew. Jessica,
Yes?
you're 15.
Yeah.
You have multiples. Oh, that'd be something.
Oh,
Oh, the humanity.
I hope my son has sex with your daughter, Drew, if I have a multiple.
I'll kill you.
Oh, you will, won't you?
This is where the show goes sour, right
Yeah.
here.
We get along so well. You just finished telling the interviewer.
Oh,
this
that's
is where
right.
it all break down, right there.
That's true.
That's where it all stops. Jessica,
Yep.
what's going on?
Okay, well, okay, I have internet, and I've been talking to this 23-year-old for like maybe a couple months. Well, no, not that long, maybe a month, and we're starting to get really serious. And he's like hesitating with the relationship because I'm 15 and he's 23, and that's a big problem. But we really like each other, and I really don't know what to do with what's going on and stuff.
Have you met him?
No, I haven't met him. I've talked to him on the phone, but he wants to come up soon and talk and meet me.
He's 23.
Yeah,
And he's worried about the age?
yeah.
What he's not telling you is he wants a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Worrying about being arrested.
Let me do another one of my clairvoyant interpretations. This is
I'm out of
a predatory nutball. This guy.
Yeah.
Bad person.
Well, at least pathetic. I mean, I think if he was bad, he would have been up there in the first week and attempted to have sex with you. But
Unless he's doing it to a bunch of other people, and he's just
Oh, he's
getting
making the
around-
rounds.
Getting around. You never know.
Well, he
Right.
says he's a virgin. Well,
Yeah. He says.
Be careful. The internet is
It's sort of
Interesting playing field.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Jessica, where do you live? How far away are you from him?
4 hours. Not that long. Not that far. He's in Iowa and I'm in Wisconsin.
All right, that's enough. I mean, listen, I wouldn't, if Susan Anton was in Iowa and I was in Wisconsin, I wouldn't drive over there. I might try to have her meet me at the border, but I wouldn't, you know what I mean? 4 hours for someone you met over the computer who's 15 when you're 23. You are in, what, the 10th grade?
Yep.
And he is in the 21st grade or something like that? How's that work,
should
bro?
be graduating from graduate school.
What does he do?
What does he do for?
He's a roofer.
Okay, that's it. Done deal.
I did roofing a summer.
Right.
I did roofing. Those guys weren't good
At
guys.
15, you should be out doing something other than sitting in front of your computer.
Yes, auditioning roofer / molester to come over and have sex with you. Aren't your parents going to kill you if this guy comes over?
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Have you given him your address or anything?
No, I haven't given him my address.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't.
Jessica, you're 15. You're in high school. If you can't meet someone, I mean, think about it. High school is such a mecca for dating. I know it can be uncomfortable, and I know not everyone has a successful experience.
Especially such as yours.
Yeah, I didn't get anything in high
How
school.
was yours?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but here was the alternative.
I didn't either, though.
When
everyone lied about it, but I mean, everyone has their own experiences in high school.
No, I didn't date and I didn't get laid,
Yeah.
but the point is at least there was the potential of it happening because I was in a place where there were females who were approximately my age who were sort of confined by a chain link fence, and I could at least pursue them. It was like a nature film.
Like stalking.
I never really thought of it that way.
Pursue?
Hyena chasing a gazelle or something, except for in the nature film, the gazelle doesn't kick the hyena in the nuts.
Looking in bedroom windows doesn't count.
But as soon as I got out of high school and began my lucrative career cleaning carpets,
Then you were really
there was just
desperate.
me and Oswaldo driving a van to Ventura to clean the colony kitchen, and I certainly wasn't getting laid. Maybe some oral sex, but I was not getting laid.
Now, how far
Osvaldo?
is carpet cleaning and
Yeah.
and roofing? Is,
Right.
Roofing's worse. I did roofing. It's worse.
It's hotter,
Those guys-
dirtier, but probably pays
Shingles.
marginally more. All right, Jessica, do not have a relationship with this guy. Do not pass go. Do not give him your home address, and find somebody at school because ultimately you have to learn these skills.
yes.
It is like, I hate to keep hearkening back to the nature theme, but it's like when they take these chimpanzees and they put them in these cages and they hand feed them every day, and then they try to release them out to the wild. All they do is go back to the cage and wait to be fed. It's tough. You're going to get beat up once in a while, but you have to learn these social skills.
Sure.
And I think it's a little dangerous that it's a dangerous thing from a societal standpoint that you can sit home at 15 and go, I don't want to deal with the awkwardness and the uncomfortableness of looking someone in the eye and getting rejected and that whole rite of passage that everyone else went through. I'll just do it via the computer. It's so much fantasy, but I'll do it via the computer. I think you need to build these skills up. You'll need them later in life.
You need to stay with reality in your relationships. The internet relationships are purely built on your own fantasy, or virtually.
Right. All right, Drew, sell the hell out of the next call, please.
Sarah's best friend won't talk to her since she told him she wants to sleep with him.
Okay. Hey, Orbit is here. Jeff Paul and Wally.
We're
Thank
back.
God, there's still parents naming their kid Wally. I don't know if they're doing it anymore. You
That's my
maybe.
dad's name. Come
Oh,
on.
it is.
It's a good name.
Yeah, my
got in under the
grandfather.
Everyone
wire.
knows him.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like I have to say it's Wally. Like it's only one Wally.
But it's not
everyone
Walter, it's Walton,
Walton.
which is a great name.
knows. The
Yeah,
real
but
name.
Wally's kind of cool. You know what? Wally, the name Wally is kind of like a, I don't know, some cool retro 70s thing like a lava lamp or something.
Or mood ring.
It was cool when it came out. Right, like a mood ring. Okay, it was really cool in 1976, and then the whole 80s you would have
didn't do well in the
you would have
80s.
strung anyone up who was sporting a mood ring. But now that we've had some time to think about it, it's not so bad anymore.
Wally's back.
And the mood
Wally's
ring's
back.
What
With
you're
the
saying
pet
is
rock.
Gertrude's coming around.
Yes,
And then there's Maud.
I like that show.
Groovy.
I love Maud.
Oh, Adam is a...
I'm a big Adrian Barbeau fan.
I'm a big B. Arthur fan.
Actually, I like her.
I dig B.
Would you like
Me
to
and
talk
B are
about
one.
Hold on. Would you have sex with B?
Totally.
Now?
You would.
Yeah, right.
Right now.
Why not? You only live once.
Paul, she's listening.
You only live once. You got to do it, Adam. You
Would
just
you?
have to. Isn't there somebody out there that you don't necessarily are attractive to, but also you figured, hey, you only live once. Why not have sex with that person?
I think.
So wait, yeah, I can just envision it now. B comes in, just wearing like something from Fredericks of Hollywood. I come out, I'm wearing like a fruit salad around me. And she eats each piece of fruit one by one. And then there's Maud.
And the husband comes in and joins
Had
in.
a husband. What was his husband's name? Sam? Walter. Golly.
Circle.
And then there's Maud. That's what she's singing.
And then there's mine.
Hey, you gotta love it, you know?
You should cover this. Hey, come on, Mike. Let's hear the good part, right? This part.
Here's the payoff.
Right on, Maud.
Right on, Paul.
What was that, about 1977?
I'm
Back when Wally was
78?
good.
We should go into a commercial for like Hager slacks right
That
now.
rocks.
Just keep
I
the
hope one of
ball
our
rolling.
grandchildren are listening.
Tom,
Yeah,
you're 30.
yeah.
What's going on?
Just wondering, I'm kind of wondering if I should get married or not.
No.
That's Paul. Paul's going through this right now.
Oh, is he?
Paul has already decided to get married.
But then there's Maud.
It's a hard decision to
But then
make.
came Maud.
I'm married and it's good. It is. It's great.
This, by the way, isn't the call I planned to take. We'll take her
Oh,
next.
sorry. Well, we're going to need to take another call.
Oh, I see, yeah. Hold on, Tom. Is this the one?
Yeah.
Sarah,
Yeah.
you're 18. Mm-hmm. We'll let Tom wrestle with marriage just a little while longer. What's going on?
Left him hanging.
Okay. The thing that happened was, I told my best friend of 2 years that, okay, I'm a virgin and everything. And I told him that there was nothing going to come out of it, but I just wanted my first to be with him because I know he was such a great guy, right? And then, I didn't talk to him for a little bit. He told me, he's like, okay, just call me tonight and I'll talk to you about it. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't talk to him because I couldn't, because I had, like, problems with my parents and stuff. And then when I did talk to him, like, about a week later, he picked a fight with me and he kicked me out of his house. And then he called me up that night and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, he wouldn't answer any of my calls and he'd hang up on me whenever I called him. And I was just wondering if it was, like, normal for a guy to do that if you just told him.
That you want to have sex with him?
Yeah.
No. Can we talk to him? Do you have his phone number?
He won't talk to me.
Well, he'll talk to us. We're celebrities.
Huh?
We're musicians and celebrities and doctors.
Some of us know what we're doing.
Yeah, he'll probably get mad at me and he probably won't be my friend again, ever.
Well, what do you care? I mean, I shouldn't say what do you care, but you basically...
This guy's freaking out.
Yeah, you sort of confided in him, and basically that is the best compliment anyone's ever going to give you, which is...
I don't know.
I'm
I mean,
a
it is,
virgin.
but that's a burden. That's a heavy thing, man.
Maybe he just wants to be
I mean, I know some guys go for that, but I know a lot of guys just wouldn't be.
Has he ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not a virgin.
Okay.
I mean, his other best friend did that before.
So he feels threatened by your sort of sexual overture. I mean, he really thought that your relationship was a safe place for him. And you probably feel... No, I bet you he feels kind of violated by this.
He always told me that he, like, respected me and stuff.
I bet you.
Take his respect
Adam,
away from me.
it is possible for a male to feel this way. Adam, I know it's outside of your experience. He doesn't fling poo, and he doesn't push his anus up against jacuzzi
All right,
jets.
Drew, you're saying it like I did it the same evening. Come on. Please.
Lantern.
Yeah, there's no lantern difficulties. Sarah, how old is he?
He's 22.
And is he in a relationship?
No.
And you told him that you didn't want him to do this necessarily, but that...
No, I just told him that
If you were to
didn't
do it.
mean that he was going to be my boyfriend or
Right.
anything. Just meant that he was going to be my first.
At some point.
And he sort of... I know, I could understand him feeling maybe scared by it or something, but I would think that he would just be nice about it and move on to the next subject.
Right, his reaction is kind of bizarre.
Like, the thing is, though, we used to talk about it all the time. We used to be like, you know, oh, yeah, if I was going to come over and take a shower with you, would you? And I'm like, okay, fine, I don't care. So we used to talk about it all the time.
You know what?
So romantic.
But, Sarah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this without talking to him.
Just put a hole in the refrigerator box, and you can de-virginize me from the other side.
You know what? I really don't think we're going to get anywhere without speaking to him.
We got to talk to him, Sarah. I guarantee we will not hang up with him until you're completely satisfied.
Well, if we can't talk to him, I don't think we can go
don't
further.
qualify everything.
We can't go further.
Okay, yes, you're right. Sarah?
Yeah.
We're going to put you on hold. We're going to get his phone number, and we'll talk to him and you, and we'll get this whole thing straightened out. And if he can't hang with that, then don't screw him. We don't need to talk. You don't need him as a friend.
All right.
All right?
Hold on.
No, you can't say that.
I'm so scared.
Oh, please. Come on. The guy's 22.
You afraid what he's going to say?
Yeah, I'm scared he won't talk to me ever again.
Well, here's what you're scared of. Let me cut to the chase here. Sarah likes the guy is way more than a friend because she already said she liked him.
Yeah, that's what's freaking him out.
He's freaking out.
Yeah, he doesn't want that responsibility.
And he's not interested in you the same way you're interested in him.
He doesn't want to break the wall
And he's
down.
in love with my best friend.
Okay.
He doesn't like him.
Boy, as soon as you threaten to call somebody, the truth comes pouring out.
Triangle comes out.
So he likes your best friend.
Yeah.
There you go.
This reminds me of the
He's
This is like when you're, I don't know, like called into the principal's office and you gave the principal that line where you go, hey, my dad said it was cool to wear the spleef shirt. And they go, well, let's just call him and find out. Okay, all right, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't call him. But, I mean, as soon as we threaten to call the guy, the truth comes pouring
I think she
out.
answered the problem right
Yeah,
there.
I think so.
Sure. This is unrequited love.
Right.
Okay, that's all right. Happens to everybody.
She needs to find somebody else, though, to focus on. This friendship is not going to convert into a relationship the way she wishes.
And don't hurt your best friend there.
And ultimately, you don't want to lose your virginity to a guy who's just sort of passing through.
Not to mention the intensity of connection she's going to then have with this guy is going to make everything that much worse.
All right.
And also, how many virgin experiences are the ones that the people you marry for the rest of your life? I mean, so you tend to think and you want that the virgin experience you have is the person that stands by your grave for the rest of your life, but it doesn't always happen like that.
Stands by what?
Doesn't?
Well, I mean, you live your whole life.
grave, you
Well, you know what I mean? Like you live your whole life together and you grow old together,
and then there's Maud.
You go through high school,
All right, maybe
you
it was
have
the-
sex, and then you die. That's
True.
just
Hold on.
No,
The guy's in a rock band. He's not Edgar Allan Poe over here. Would you relax and kind of
You know what
decide?
I'm trying to say
I
is
know
to all the
exactly what
kids
you're
out there,
saying.
your virgin experience isn't the person you
He's
necessarily
not
spend the rest of your
Oscar
life
Wilder,
with.
man.
Yes. He's not Edgar Allan Poe.
Boy, it's a tough crowd. Thank you, Adam.
Nevermore.
See, me and Adam have bonded.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
You wear the same clothes.
This does not happen in this modern age, unfortunately, and you may not want it to these days. You know, you don't want to marry the person you lose your virginity to. You want to test the waters a little bit. All right, we're going to play a song from the Fabulous Orbit when we come back, and more with Dr. Drew too. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. It's Jeff, Paul, and Wally, all from Orbit, and we will be back in 10 seconds. Go ahead, give the legal ID.
You're listening to 101.7 WFNX, Lynn, Boston. That's what it would have been.
If you were back in Boston.
If I was back at the cutting edge of rock. That's what it was back then.
How long did you work for this station?
8 years.
Oh, how did you start off as a van driver?
Yeah, I did. I did the bumper sticker van driver gig.
He was the
good.
best damn van driver they ever
I
had.
know more ways to drive around Boston.
And how long did it take you to get on to the overnight shift?
It's a wonderful story. Nobody wanted to DJ on Christmas Eve. So I said, I'll do it. And they said, well, your Bostonian accent's way too bad, so don't talk. So that lasted about an hour, and then I opened up the mic. How you doing there? That's the Water Boys here on WFNX. And after this coffee, I'll be right back. And then I got on the air about a year later. I was on officially.
What's wrong with a Bostonian accent?
Well, you know, in the broadcasting field, they frown upon it.
How long ago was this, by the way?
I quit FNX 2 years ago, so it started in '88, around there.
And is that when you quit, obviously, to pursue Orbit?
Yeah, the rock and roll thing kicked in.
He's still pursuing it. Where are they?
We are going to actually hear something from Orbit. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll get over to what happened to the marriage call.
Our marriage friend.
I think our screeners eliminated him.
Oh, I was all ready to answer that one. Call back.
Well, answer some generic marriage questions after this.
We'll do that once in a while. Someone will be on hold for 82 minutes or something, and I'll talk to them for a second, and then put them on hold, and the screeners will think that we're done with them.
Because they don't listen to the show, of course.
Well, no, they listen to a show. It's just not this one.
They listen to Maude.
All right, come on.
But they're busy screening.
All right, don't give them Sirs.
They're busy screening.
Sherry's going to pee in your coffee next time she sees you. All right, Libido Speedway is the name of the CD, and the song we're about to hear is called Bicycle Song.
I need to thank my mom. My mom knows.
Phone number.
Now I gotta say something about my mom, or she'll feel left out.
Phone number. I'm giving a general shout out to all women who've ever been pregnant. All right. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. That is Orbit, who is with us tonight. And seriously, that was a great song.
Thank
I really
you.
enjoyed that. I haven't heard that before. Carrie.
Hello.
Carrie.
Hello.
Carrie, you're 22.
Yes, I am.
Hey.
I've been a dancer for 2 years. My question, actually, I have two.
Oh, hold on. What kind?
Exotic,
Mm-hmm. How nude are you?
fully.
Oh, okay.
My question is, do you think that my dancing could have a negative effect on my sex drive? I ask because where I was ravenous before, I'm just not there now.
Mm-hmm. You mean like if one of the ping pong balls got stuck or something?
I'm not quite that professional.
Oh.
How does dancing
Some of us just aren't.
make you feel about men?
Aware.
What does that mean?
It means I see the ugly and I see the good, and I'm more capable of recognizing the good.
Now drop all that BS. What do you really feel about men?
She's tired of getting rolled up dollars thrown at her ass.
I love men.
Well, but how does this whole experience make you feel about them, or about yourself in relation to men?
Empowered.
Okay, I'm gonna play a hunch here.
Oh, it's a layup.
Forget my second question.
It's a layup. Go ahead.
My second question is...
No, Adam's going to slam dunk right now.
All right, I'm driving for the hole here, Carrie, so hold still.
Oh, she's used to hearing jokes like that.
Whenever we get the little girl voice, we always know that there was some shenanigans in the past.
Something arrested her development.
Yeah, something happened.
I'm fully developed, thank you.
Something happened early on in life.
No.
A little touchy-feely?
No.
Dad died.
No.
Where's Dad?
Dad's somewhere in the desert.
6 feet under, or what's that mean?
Out there somewhere. He's alive and kicking.
And when's the last time you talked to him?
Long enough. But I can truly tell you I don't feel that's relevant. I have a very positive relationship with my family. I come from a good home.
But your dad's somewhere in the desert?
Somewhere.
Is it Dr. Leakey, or who is this man? Is he on some sort of dig, or is he hiding from the mob?
A little bit of both, I'm sure.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see how Daddy has any effect on my sex drive.
Because you got that little girl voice, and you're a stripper, and that usually means that there's just a little something from the past.
Not a little something.
Wait a minute. Could it be just the place where she dances at? I mean, it just could have... No.
Hold on. Show some respect for the guest, bro.
No, but she's blowing smoke at us here. She's not willing to answer the questions honestly. That's the problem.
Be honest with us, Carrie.
What do you want to know?
Well, when did you lose your virginity?
15.
Mm-hmm. And have you had successful relationships with men?
Numerous.
Numerous.
Yes.
So you've had great relationships with 350 guys?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but yes, I've had a number of great relationships.
Mm-hmm. And when did your dad leave for the desert?
He's always been out there.
When did he leave your family?
I left my family at 16.
Why?
I'm independent.
Why did you leave at 16?
Well, that's deep-seated within my family, and it has no direct...
Carrie, it has a direct effect because people that go through that kind of abuse become strippers. Check the history of the people you work with. And that's why you need to feel empowered.
Do it during the break, by the way. Don't come right out on
Because you
stage.
felt so powerless in your family, particularly in your relation to your dad. And so the way to act that out is to try to find a way to be empowered in relation to men. Initially, it was through your sexuality, and now you're acting it out through being a stripper, and the sexuality isn't as important anymore.
Do you think?
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't think so. I dance.
Well, Carrie,
The best
hold on. Forget it. Then what's she call?
Listen here.
I know you're enamored with her because she's a stripper. You get her phone number if you want, Adam. That's all right.
Hold on. Engineer Mike, shut Drew's mic off, would you please? Keep it off for a good long time. Oh, what the hell line was she on? Carrie?
You lost me?
I am so sorry for my partner.
Can we hop to my other question, please?
No. Wait a minute. Hold on, sweetie. Hold on, Carrie. Let's just finish this one topic here.
Okay.
We're all dying to know why it is you left the house at 16.
Because I hate my stepmother.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
Yes.
Is that enough?
You hate your stepmother.
Sure.
Why?
Why not?
Okay. Well, now I'm hanging up on you. I tried.
She's got that
Now, something
thing. What is that?
Well, it's called denial. She's in huge denial, and she's replaced it with this affect.
Yeah, and it's
whether it be a boob job or that little girl voice, she is compensating, and she's trying to master men because of some harm or some wrong that men did her in the past, and that's what being a stripper is about. And it's a love-hate thing. On one hand, there you are shedding your clothes in front of hundreds of guys who you essentially are controlling the way you never could control whoever it is that did whatever they did to you way back when, and you love to tantalize them. On the other side, there's a hatred and a loathing of them at the same time. And it's really interesting because the way people in society think is, well, if you hate sharks, you don't go in the ocean. Or if you hate Mexicans, you don't go to Mexico. But this is a thing where I hate them, so I'm going to infiltrate them and then screw with them.
You got to have this mic on.
That's good. You sound like God.
Brother Mike, here we go.
There you go.
No,
Like the reverb.
But they don't really realize that they hate them. They really are going for the mastery, but they hate themselves for stooping to that level. They feel worthless, and the kinds of... She mentioned herself how grotesque the men are in that relation that she maintains with them, that she hates them for it. So she's never able to get what she's actually looking for, which is a real connection with a man. She'll never get it that way.
Carrie?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I really think you're totally off base, but that's okay. You're free to read into whatever you need to read into.
Well, tell us where we're wrong.
Can we please answer my other question?
Tell us where we're wrong.
It's crucial, and many strippers will appreciate the answer.
Tell us where we're wrong.
The men really have no effect on me. I don't consider them in any way, and it's not necessarily the power trip as much as it is the money. I have a college education to consider. I'm a bright girl. I'm not sexually upset. I'm curious, though, as to whether or not, as a result of my dancing, I've become a little hardened or cold to men.
Here's what I think.
Before I was not.
Right. Okay. In terms of your sexuality, I don't think that the dancing is going to screw with your sexuality as much as whatever led you into dancing is going to screw with your sexuality.
And as much as this massive denial that you're maintaining.
It's all
I am. Let me just.
It ain't all money.
Let me repeat what you just said. I have no sexual problems.
May I speak to the doctor?
I'm speaking.
Okay, thank you.
I have no sexual problems, but I'm very cold to men now as a result of this.
No, I'm asking if maybe that is why I'm not sexually drawn to my boyfriend, if you will. Or could it just
Let me repeat it again. You got to stay in reality, Carrie. I have no sexual problems. I don't see how I have no sexual problems, but I have a sexual problem.
Okay. And do you think that could be a direct result of me dancing?
I think it's a direct result of the unresolved issues that led you to choose this as an appropriate or reasonable career.
I guess I need to investigate that further.
That's right.
My second question is, do I run the risk as a fully nude dancer of contracting something from the stage or the pole?
I suppose theoretically.
Couldn't you get tetanus from the pole, Drew, if you slid down just the right way?
Not tetanus, but
although then lockjaw would set in and she'd really rake up
there
the
are
box.
Theoretical possibilities, but I mean they are remote.
Well, what are some of them,
I
Drew?
mean, herpes is something that can survive a period of time.
Like out on a pole?
Until it dries out.
Oh, jeez. My life dream was to be a pole cleaner at a strip job, and now it's been squelched.
I try to think if anything like
No, thank you, gentlemen.
chancroid or syphilis could potentially.
No, you'll be fine, Carrie.
It'd be a very remote possibility.
Thank you very much.
I suppose it's a theoretic possibility.
All right. Carrie.
Yes.
What songs do you strip to? Is it
What songs? Let me see. There's Portishead. There's Revolting Cocks. There's
No problems.
Have you tried the Orbit?
Dusty Springfield. There's. Oh no, but I did enjoy that song.
Oh, great.
Yeah, why don't you work that in your set? And I think that way ASCAP has to...
It's a long one, though.
To send them over a buck or two each time she takes her panties off.
A soiled dollar bill.
That would be one of the. How elated would you guys be to walk into a strip joint? And
we wouldn't go there.
We recently got a story secondhand of a strip club in Portland, Oregon.
Really?
We're in heavy rotation.
We're in.
Wow.
Something's getting rotated.
It's usually like a lot of Motley Crue and Dr. Feelgood
I know,
kind of.
that's what we thought it was.
A lot of songs about cherry pie and stuff like that.
How would you know?
It's a lot of ZZ Top.
I dated a stripper. I lived with a stripper for 2 years almost. And,
What was that CD collection like?
Know all about it. Actually, she had a good sense of humor. Actually, there was a place at the strip joint that had all the pictures of the girls in their various provocative poses, and she put a picture up of her as a 3-year-old in a party dress.
That could be bad.
That's
though,
actually
kind of
scary.
It's kind of a wood killer, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, there could be some people going for that.
Wood killer.
Is the little girl dancing?
Randy, you're 28.
That's positively painful.
Yeah.
No, she did it.
That is painful.
No, it was funny. Come on.
Not funny.
Did you?
That's horrible.
What? It was funny.
You encouraged her, huh,
That's
Adam?
denial.
Why? Her putting a picture up as her as a 3-year-old?
No, it's painful.
I thought it was cute at the time. I was drunk, but I thought it was cute.
You understand that's where these issues came from.
She didn't have issues. I dated the one stripper with no issues. Come on, Drew. Besides, it wasn't a totally nude place.
Oh, God.
It's only half the
Fully
problem.
clothed strip bar.
Randy.
Yes.
What's going on?
I had a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Randy.
The question that I have is I'm a tattoo artist, and I was wondering which is more effective as a use of protection for myself while tattooing, vinyl or latex gloves, due to the fact that we use petroleum products and they tend to break down latex.
Well, then obviously latex is no good.
What about vinyl?
Is that a polyurethane you're talking about? Vinyl?
It's just a vinyl glove, a medical vinyl glove. I don't know what.
Well, obviously anything that is going to maintain itself as a barrier and not dissolve is going to be better. I would think that polyurethane would be the way to go. I don't think that dissolves with the petroleum-based stuff.
What petroleum? What do you use?
Like a A&D ointment or a Vaseline. You put that on the skin while you're tattooing, so you can slide your hand, and it also makes cleanup easier with the ink and stuff.
I mean, vinyl is probably adequate.
Can you find something that's water-based and use it for that same thing?
It's possible, but then the other ingredients inside of it might affect the ink and the way it will heal in the skin, as well as the pigments.
Well, they have that, I know it sounds a little weird, but they have that, Astroglide and all that kind of weird sex lube that's made to use with condoms.
Yeah, I've thought about that, but I really don't think that would become a standard in the industry.
See a big bearded biker guy coming down the back room with a tube of Astroglide.
Are you sure you're going for a tattoo there, fella?
Nor do I think anybody
Check
would
out
want to know
my
that
eagle.
was going on their tattoo as well. Oh, what's that? Just a little bit of KY. Sound like something from down south. I don't think that would work.
Watch the way I make my barber pole move.
Is there much blood in these procedures?
Fortunately for myself, I know how to tattoo, so no, there's not. But if you don't know what you're doing, then there can be quite a deal of blood.
So vinyl is probably adequate, and if you're going to get stuck with a needle, it's going to penetrate either glove.
That's true. That's not really the problem, getting stuck. It's just that I wonder. My boss has said he's been tattooing for about 26 years, and he says that they did a test at a very well-known tattoo shop. Well, I won't say the name or anything like that, though. And they said that over time, the ink was seeping through the latex gloves, but with the vinyl it does not. But a nurse had come into the shop and said that the vinyl glove, the pores in the vinyl glove were much more, I guess, larger in size compared to like a virus or something from an STD than would be the latex pore.
Well, latex. What?
They said that the
smaller than larger than a latex pore.
Right.
That I believe
more
is true.
porous than a latex glove.
As I understand, that is true.
Okay, so it would be safer to use latex then.
Yeah, but if the latex is dissolving, that's.
Well, you know, I mean, the gloves aren't on for all that long. You have to take them off frequently to answer the phone. Thank God. So it doesn't. I mean, you're not talking about going for an hour or two.
There's a lot of latex
if someone was working on a tat, and hold on.
Be aware, too.
That's the most annoying thing in the world, to tell you the truth, but unfortunately it happens frequently.
All right, wait a minute. True enough about the
But
gloves.
just saying, beware also that latex allergies are very common, so if you guys do switch to latex, you can get in some problems that way.
Randy.
No, I've used latex for years, yes. You want to go on to something more interesting, don't you, Adam?
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
I
sounds like
can't
a serial killer. Hold on, Randy, please. I'm interested in what you do. What are the more popular CDs?
Oh, now I...
Tattoos. Tell me, the tattoos that are going down these days.
What are the more popular? You know, there's the ever-loving tribal and the rose, and we try to keep that good old Tasmanian devil in business, you know.
Seems like the tribal stuff is wearing thin.
Not really, actually. It's still, people still walk in day and night. Give me that tribal band that everybody has. Okay, sheep mentality. You got it. What do you want? Here's a selection, or we'll draw you something.
Do you have, Randy's like the world's most bitter tattoo artist.
How about Mom? I think he's in the middle of a tattoo now.
I wanted to get one of the Henry Winkler's, the Fawn saying, hey, and where it's like thumb moved and there's those little marks around his thumb to show it was actually
like
moving.
wind marks. The best one I've seen is I have a friend that has the Lemonheads guy. You ever seen Lemonheads candies? He has a little Lemonheads guy on his.
We're a tattoo-free band.
We're going to have a fun time with that in the 60s.
Candy symbols.
All right, we'll be back with Orbit Drew and his band of latex gloves after this. Hey, this is a new one. What is this? Oh, the Sundays. I like the Sundays. They've been around for a while. But
Cranberries stole all their stuff.
I guess they're back. Yeah. We're here with Orbit, Boston's own Orbit. Libido Speedway is the name of the CD. It's been out for a little while, so if you haven't gotten it already, you should go out and find it. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, and it's back on the phones we go. Alyssa?
Hi.
Hey, you're 14.
Yeah. I have two questions, but first I want to say, Adam and Dr. Drew, you are both majorly hot.
Oh, yes?
It's kind of cool right now.
And
it is hot in here.
My first question is, I read somewhere in a book that if while having oral sex, a man or a woman, whichever your preference, blows up your vagina, that it can do damage to your uterus. And I was just wondering if this is true.
We have not had this question in a long time.
Yeah, but we did get it for a while.
Yeah.
You have to blow real hard.
It's not really
You have to blow real hard.
When
That
they
is
say
true.
blow job, it's not actually about blowing.
There has been a reported case of a man blowing in air into the vagina and causing an embolism an air embolism into the veins around the uterus.
Right, the Polish lifeguard. the poor woman had drowned.
That's really good.
He's wearing a one piece, and
that's a good one.
It's not very PC, but we'll give it to you.
But that is a.
Boy, this chick's got a lot of facial hair.
That is a terrifically rare complication, and most individuals, I suspect, would not be doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Well, people tend to experiment, especially when they're under the influence, and in the name of sort of moving things along sexually.
Yeah, if your breathing is just sort of not
probably most
up
things
to
have
speed.
been tried in the history of the world.
Yeah, I mean, you could be, a lot of guys pant during sex if they're anything like me, and maybe that could happen. But, Drew, you're saying it really needs to be
it's a
deliberate effort.
And it's a reported complication. It's not as though if you just happen to breathe too hard in that region, you're going to cause an embolism.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my second question is, my grandfather is, he was an alcoholic. He's been sober now for 10 years. And my mother was a drug addict when she was a teenager. And obviously you've said this many times, that addictions run in the family.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if I should just stay away from alcohol and not drink it at all and just not ever
Well,
drink any of it.
there's a 50% chance that you have that genetic predisposition.
Okay.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Brother.
How old is he?
Well, a brother and a half-sister. My brother is 17 and my half-sister is 25.
Your brother seem to have any momentum with drugs?
No.
Okay.
Drinking?
My sister May, I'm not sure. She was adopted and we only found her recently and she doesn't want to have contact with
But she's adopted, so
Yes.
so it's a different biological makeup. I understand this is a gene that's inherited.
Well,
There's predisposition.
my mother gave her up for adoption.
I see. Okay, so yeah, there's a possibility. Sure. I mean, especially most importantly, I think, is to try to refrain from experimentation at your age. There's a lot of emotional discomfort with the transition into your 20s. And people get a good deal of relief sometimes from substances. And if you then are also genetically predisposed to the conditioning that occurs and causes addiction, you'll get it. So be very, very careful.
Are we coming closer to the day when you can test for this sort of stuff?
Oh,
Drew?
absolutely.
Well, how are they going to do that?
They'll isolate the gene sequences and to be able to test from probably in white cells in the peripheral blood.
And they'll see there will be some sort of alcoholic pattern to those.
Yeah.
How early on?
It's going to be insurance problems with that.
Like right from birth?
Probably.
It's like I got bad
your
news.
numbers up right when you...
Your white blood cells have taken on the form of the zigzag man. This is a very bad sign.
Dude, don't smoke.
Congratulations, it's a boy, and he's an alcoholic.
So, Drew, when do you think this is gonna
I'd
hit?
say within 10, 20 years.
Oh, okay. All right. So
we don't care. We'll all be flying around in space by then.
our livers will have swollen up to the size of Mount Fuji by then, so we won't need it. But if you have this predisposition, or you don't, or you may have it, then play it safe.
Play it safe.
All right.
Sure.
There you go.
Ed.
Yes.
You're 23.
Yes.
You're on with Orbit.
Mm-hmm.
What up?
Ed, do you have a question, Ed?
I have my finger on the sassy dump button, Ed.
Okay.
It's about to come down on it.
Okay. First, I got a comment. Then I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. A buddy of mine was messing with his computer, and he came up with this, what do you call it, tagline? And it said, let's see. Don't blame me for masturbating. I am having sex with somebody I love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Woody Allen said that in 1966, if I
Okay,
recall.
and my question is, well, I'm bisexual, and I like them about 50-50, men and women.
Mm-hmm. So you like older?
Actually, yes.
Oh, I was just making a bad joke, but you like older folks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's Maud.
About
She's mine.
27 to 40.
Uh-huh.
And there's this woman who's turned 30 recently, and we live about 30 miles apart. She doesn't have nothing to do with me except for friendship, but I like her extremely a lot.
So what's the question?
And there's a guy that he's new into this, and I want him to experience it to the full extent. And I was wondering, would you have any advice?
Nope.
What do you do for a living, Ed?
Roofer.
Roofer?
Landscaping.
Landscaping.
Yes.
Kind of slow landscaping.
I didn't catch
Sorry,
You plant a lot of creeping vines?
We're from the East Coast, and we just talk real fast. So we're having
Where are you from, Ed?
Pontiac, Michigan.
Ah, okay. And a lot of good landscaping going on over there?
I go out of the area.
I see. Okay.
Well, it's a lot of snow up there.
Right.
he goes when he goes out of the area, he goes both ways.
Ed, do you have a man that you want to have sex with, and a woman that you want to have sex with because you're bisexual?
Yes.
Okay. We're giving you the green light.
Okay.
Feel free to have sex with both of them.
Find someone who wants to have sex with you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. And
Free country, man.
Keep them away from your ether stash.
Safe sex.
Okay, Ed?
Safe sex.
And just
Safe
practice
sex.
safe
Of course.
sex.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh.
Whew, I got the chills. Imagine Ed having sex with you.
Imagine.
I don't know.
Well, No.
Good. Hey, that's a good answer.
I already been through B. Arthur tonight. I mean, one day at a time.
Who's on that show? Who's on that show that you
Valerie Bertinelli.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I was younger.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd take Schneider just for namesake. Oh.
You're too fast.
Mike, you need a raise.
And we're so excited with that sound cue.
All right, we're all going to go shower off collectively after the call that was Ed, and we'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Rick Ocasek, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Does he know that everyone calls him Rick Ocasek?
He's a Bostonian.
I called him, yes.
Rick.
I called him Rick Ocasek the entire time he was here.
We call him Ricky
He must
back home.
just get tired of correcting.
I think he changed it. Do you think he changed it? Like the
Just
Cannes
with
Film
you.
Festival turned into the Cannes Film Festival? And
Some say tomato, some say tomato. The Cats.
We're getting punchy now. Orbit is here. Jeff Paul and the Beeve. And I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wally. Pat, you're 18.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey.
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 Your question
Hey, Pat,
is...
it's time to ask the question, buddy.
Yeah, hey, dude, I got this problem, dude. Okay, I've been dating this chick for a little while now.
So
Anyways,
they won't hear that going out over the air.
No, they won't hear that.
Pat.
so this girl I was with for a long time before, right?
Yeah.
She just came back, and she, like, moved back to this area, right? And the first person she calls is me. And she wants to date, right?
All right.
So, I don't know what to do, dude, because I really feel for this chick. I was, like, massively in love with this chick when she was here. And now she's gone. And then she comes back, and I don't know what to do.
Sounds like a song, Pat.
That sounds like a song.
Let me get this straight. You were in love with her when she lived near you.
And then okay, check this out. She moved to freaking Oregon.
She moved away. Now
And
she's coming back, and she wants to date you.
she wants to date me.
You're in. What's the
Okay,
problem?
The thing is, dude, is I'm with this other chick right now, and I don't know what to do, dude. I don't know
I see.
if I should just bust it up with this other chick, you know, because I know this other chick is now starting to really care about me, you know.
I see. How long have you been with your present girlfriend?
For 3 months.
3 months.
And I was with this chick for like a year and a half before she moved.
So, dude, do you care about this chick?
I care about them both. That's my problem.
Just be honest.
Hey, guy.
Have you tried flipping a coin?
Dude, if I flip a coin, though, what happens if I crush one of their hearts, man?
Well, see, flip a coin and you know, like look at it and go like, see what you think.
He wants us to tell him that there's a way he can see both. That's
Hey,
what he's
bro.
You want to know Adam's secret tips of dating?
Bro's talking about scamming multiple Bettys.
He wants his cake and ice cream.
Yeah, dude, I need my cake and my ice cream.
Sure, we all want to, but it just, you know,
Dude,
life
that's
isn't
not
that
life.
easy.
Yeah.
It's not fair that way.
Sometimes you gotta choose.
Go with your
Sometimes
heart,
the
man.
cake doesn't like it if you eat the ice cream without the cake.
So flip a coin and go with the heart. How
I'm
about
watching that Double Mint commercial.
Go with who you want to be with, and don't worry about hurting the other.
Yeah, you're not doing the girlfriend you have any favors by sticking with her until the next nice one comes along. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, could you picture yourself being in this girl's position? This guy's sort of with you because he's not with the person he wants to be with, and as soon as that person comes around, you'll be discarded. And you're not doing them any favors.
So
you got to break up with them.
He's thinking about going back to this other girl just to sort of check her off the list because he had.
No, he really wants her.
Well, then,
Oh, he really
goes.
He really wants her, or does he just have unresolved want?
We don't care. We really don't. Let's show of hands. Does anyone really care?
You guys don't really care about anybody that calls, do you?
Not really.
Anybody says dude and chick too many times. That's it.
Yeah, you can only say dude twice. After that, it's the two dude
What
limit.
you need is the dude dump button.
And one of the dude uses must be in a greeting form.
Right.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude. I like a Holmes worked in every once in a while. What's happening, Holmes? Rhoda.
Rhoda.
Rhonda.
Oh,
Rhonda.
I was on this whole
it's Rhonda.
PR
Rhonda.
kick. What's going on, Rhonda?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
I was just wondering, like, if you're driving down the road, say you just got off work or whatever, or you have like a long trip, can you get a ticket for masturbating?
No.
A woman?
Well, yeah, or a man.
I think a man would. There's.
Can you get a ticket?
Oh, I see.
Indecent exposure.
It's
potential.
exposure.
No,
It's like, say, you're in your car and doing that, and a truck driver sees you, and he calls 911.
Where do you drive?
First off, there's no gay truck driver, so that's not going to happen. He's going to call his other buddies and tell you to go on by. Big Bear, this is
Exactly. All of a sudden, you're going to have a convoy. Chris Christopherson's going to be around you. Driving through the night. The rubber duck is going to be alongside you.
Rubber duck, we found the beaver.
We got a beaver.
About to put the hammer down.
Well, that's good.
No, you know what that would be? That would
You're in
be
your car, right?
So you
that
do-
would be okay?
Rhonda. That would be lewd behavior, I believe.
I don't think it's lewd, but...
I know you don't, but I don't think urinating on my own lawn is lewd.
Like, if somebody reported you doing that, could they be, like, peeping Tom watching you do that in your car?
Listen, what are they going to do? Dust your labia? I mean, you're going to get your hand out of there before the cop turns off the rollers, aren't you?
What's going on? Why are you so upset about this?
I'm not. I was just curious.
Well, do you do this?
Sometimes, yeah.
And did somebody see you? And
No, I was just wondering.
Are
if
they
I could
calling
see
you on
doing
it? Do you feel like you're being threatened because someone saw you?
No, I was just curious. It's one of those things, you know.
Do you like to do it in public places?
No,
Okay.
Rhonda, what's up with you?
What kind of car do you have?
A little car.
Are you a little car?
Is it a convertible?
No, but I have a sunroof.
Are you embarrassed by talking about this? Is that what's up?
Oh, no, not at all, or I wouldn't have called.
There you go.
Are you married?
No.
Do you live in a warm climate?
I
don't know why I asked
California.
I'm taking the windows down. I don't know. If it's cold out.
Do you enjoy men?
Sometimes, like, you know, the song will come on when you're on the radio, coming home from work or whatever, you have somewhere long to go, and, you know, those things happen.
An Orbit song comes on.
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, then, Ron.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Somebody spank me.
It's weirdo night tonight on Loveline.
We've been on tour for X amount of months, driving around the country. Haven't seen that yet.
Have you guys ever pulled one off in the car?
No.
With somebody?
No.
Not that we'd admit to.
While driving?
No.
Never went for the roadway? Really? Seriously?
Oh, alone?
Yeah. Here we go. All right, listen, I'm going to get the ball rolling. I've done this
How
on...
can you be driving?
Engineer Mike, yes.
You've done it.
Good. Notice you raising the right hand, and there's a legal pad stuck to it, by the way. I have done this on the road.
A long trip or just driving home 15 minutes from work?
Oh, I'll just rolling the car down the driveway to get the mail. Just getting the mail.
I love this show.
No, I've done it when I've had a delivery job for a liquor store once.
Oh, that's why. Did you bring a couple bottles?
Sticky beer.
Sticky gin.
I bought that bottle.
Bathtub jizz. All right. A little gin joke there. I've done it on the way home from Palm Springs once because it was just way too much. It was during spring break, and it was nothing but women. And didn't get any, and I shared a motel room with 19 guys. And, it was one of those things where I just couldn't wait till I got home.
Right.
I'm so surprised. And I actually...
We're surprised.
I've done this on a windy road once. I did this on Mulholland once, and I drove a stick.
I was wondering, well, you definitely drove a stick.
I didn't know you
That wasn't a stick.
Do you have a little monitor and VCR in your car? I didn't know you could do this. Without your car.
I see pornography on the windshield.
It's like the way the F-16
He starts getting porn flashbacks.
Heads-up display, they call it.
You were driving behind that woman.
Yeah, you guys never... Seriously, you never done this while you're driving?
No, I got in an accident.
No. Jeez, and you guys are in a band and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's why we got in the band.
Hey, man, safety first. Wear your seatbelt. Keep both hands on the steering.
10 minutes to 2 on the wheel.
You know, it's kind of weird when you do stuff that's weird and then you think, oh, yeah, but everyone's done it, and then you realize no one else has.
Actually, we all have, but we just won't admit it to keep you in that position.
True, surely you've heard of this, but I mean, this has to be common practice amongst
I've
heard of it on this show.
Medical disorder.
It's not an uncommon thing.
But there's that public sex thing.
I'll try it on the way home.
One time when I was delivering booze, I was like, I don't know, I was like 16, and I came to a house. Actually,
I called you.
Have I told this story on the air?
I don't think so.
All right. This is a great story. I was delivering booze, and I was not masturbating. It was just I don't know.
This is a dry day.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. It must have been a rough night or something. But I decided to swing by a girlfriend's house who was not a girlfriend who I was dating, but she was just a friend of mine.
Female friend.
And it was during the summer, and I was delivering to a house that was like up the street or something, and I decided to swing by. I won't mention any names because I don't want to embarrass the poor gals, but I went by there, and I sort of knocked on the door, and the door swung open.
Oh, yeah.
And I walked into the house.
Let me translate that. He had a knife.
A credit card.
I jimmied it with a Sears credit card. I walk in, the door swings open, and I hear loud, like, rock music coming from the backyard. And
oh, come on, this is a Penthouse Forum.
Yeah,
this isn't your actual.
Yeah, really. You'll see how it ends up, though, and you realize it wasn't a Penthouse Forum. So I walk in, and I'm yelling the girl's name, thinking she's got to be in here somewhere, and I can't find her. And I open up the back. I see two silhouettes in the back. And
You're giving us this story so that when we're driving some night, we think of
you guys are going to be going at yourself
there you go.
Before you get out of the
Thanks,
parking lot.
Adam.
I'm already gone.
And I look through the back window, I move the curtain, and there are these two beautiful young women, completely naked, sunbathing out in the backyard. Now, I'm at the front of the house, and I can't see too much from where I am because their sort of backs are to me.
It's like a scene from Porky's or something.
It's like Porky's Revenge. So I go around. The house is sort of horseshoe shaped.
So now you're spying.
To get a better look?
Of course you did. He already committed the crime. B&E. You broke. Now you got to be voyeurism and.
Oh, it was awesome. So I go round to the front of the house, and I go all the way around to the point where I can get a sort of frontal vantage point. And as I'm getting up to look out that window, they get up and walk back into the part of the house that has now cut me off from the front door. Now I'm trapped in mom's room at this point, and they're wandering around the house, and I have no idea where they are. So I dive.
And you know these people?
Yes.
Okay.
I dive in the closet and hide.
Is this a true story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. How can you make this up? They then come into the room that I'm in. And start, like, I don't know, they're in the mirror in the band. There's no lesbian love or anything like that. It's not that cool. But they're sort of moving around, and they're in the bathroom and stuff, and I'm trapped in there. One of them decides to take a shower. The other one goes off into parts unknown of the house.
You've lived a great life.
Oh, it was awesome. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to do a delivery that's supposed to take me about 15 minutes because it's just up the hill from the liquor store, and I've been gone about an hour and 15 at this point. I then decide to make a break for it. I open the closet door and just decide to run through the house. The one girl's in the shower. The other one is naked in the kitchen on the phone. I come running down the hall. She sees me, screams, drops the phone. I scream and pretend that somehow I was, I just went into like an epileptic seizure.
You're not excited at this
Claimed
point.
insanity and ran out of the house and jumped in the car and spread off.
Damn.
And there's some people outside that want to talk to you.
It was great. As a matter of fact, that may become the theme for tonight's work, Drew. You're right. I'm going to recreate that as soon as I get home. A little walk through memory lane.
How old were you?
Guys, I was 16 and a half, probably.
How old were the women? Were they older?
No, they were like 16 and a half, 17,
Jeez.
same age.
This is a story for Penthouse.
Thank you. All right, you guys all think about that, and we'll be back in a minute.